Hello, hello, hello! Welcome to the vlog. This is your girl, DIY Adventures. Enjoy! So for today's video ay tutuloy natin yung ating quotes na notebook. Ayan. So, ang ating theme ngayon is all blue. Ayan. So, piniflex natin ang ating mga stickers na all blue. So, since mahaba-haba ang ating video, ang gagawin natin ngayon is magbabasa na lang ako ng storybook, ayan, para may voice over ang ating video. So, ang storybook na napili ko for today's video ay ang Sleeping Beauty. Ayan. So, ayan. So, let's start. Ayan. So, our story for today is about the Sleeping Beauty. Once upon a time, in a faraway land, the king and the queen invited all the kingdom's fairies to their palace to celebrate the birth of their beloved daughter, Briar Rose. After the feast, the fairies walked to the baby princess, cut to bestow on her the most precious virtues. One gave her kindness, one gave her intelligence, and another one is beauty, and so on. Before the last fairy could present her gift to the princess, the sky darkened all of the sudden. An evil fairy who had not been invited to the banquet appeared in the hall. Waving her magic hand, she shouted, "Here's my gift, dear king and queen. The princess will die when 15. A spindle will prick her finger and she will be gone forever." Then she disappeared in a cloud of smoke. The king and queen were anguished by the death curse. But the good fairy said, "The evil fairy's curse I cannot reverse, but I can make it such that the girl shall not die. Instead, she'll lie in a deep sleep till her true love awakes her with a tender kiss." Despite the fairy's promise, the king still ordered that all the spindles in the kingdom shall be destroyed. Years went by and Briar Rose grew up beautiful, kind, and virtuous. When the day of her 15th birthday arrived, nobody remembered the cruel fairy's curse any longer. Her parents were away from the castle and the princess looked for an activity to occupy herself. Suddenly, she came across a steep and narrow staircase which she had not noticed before. And then, taken by an irresistible curiosity, she decided to climb and see where it led. Arriving at a small door, Briar Rose opened it and found an old lady spinning at the wheel, holding the spindle. Having never seen those instruments, the girl exclaimed, "Hello, old granny. I was just passing by. What are you doing? Could you let me try?" The woman, who was just actually the evil fairy, answered, "Come in, my dear girl. I was just spinning. Try, go ahead. It will be a new beginning." Briar Rose stretched out her hand to the spindle and pricked her finger. Immediately, she fell to the floor senseless. Then the wicked fairy cackled horribly, and again, in a cloud of smoke, she disappeared. As soon as the news reached them, the king and queen rushed back to the castle, but it was already late. The cruel prophecy of the evil fairy had come true. So the princess, still beautiful, even in deep slumber, was laid on a bed made of gold. The good fairies rushed to the palace too. While they were trying to comfort the king, the queen, and the court, one of them proposed, "If the princess wakes up alone without any of her own, she'd be frightened in despair. But if I put you all to sleep for as many years to keep in her happiness, you'll share." The king and the queen wholeheartedly agreed to the suggestion. So the fairies put to sleep every person's, objects, and animals, from the royals to the footmen, from the courtiers to the scullery maids, from the animals to even the water in the well, so that it wouldn't dry. Then with their magic wands they touched some briars which grew and surrounded the castle, almost entirely hiding it from sight. As the years went by, the legend of the beautiful sleeping princess spread to the surrounding kingdom. Valiant prince and noble knights attempted to reach her and wake her, but the briars that had grown around the walls of the castle were impenetrable. 100 years has passed, and a brave prince from faraway land arrived in the kingdom. A local old man told him, according to the legend, a cruel and wicked spell cast on a pretty princess, who in the castle dwells, has kept her sleeping deeply for now 100 years. At these words, the valiant prince became fired with enthusiasm and swore that he would rescue the unfortunate princess from the spell. As soon as the young man drew his sword to cut the passage through the briars, they themselves opened the way before him. Arriving at the castle's main gate, the prince entered the main courtyard without even a scratch. Much to his surprise, he found humans and animals lay everywhere, all fast asleep. Cooks and servants, dogs and doves. The prince wandered about the palace until he reached the room where Briar Rose was sleeping. He was struck at first sight by the gentleness and the beauty of her angelic face, and walked up to her golden bed. Then he bent over and laid a tender kiss on the girl's lips. At once, Briar Rose opened her eyes. Then the prince asked Briar Rose to marry him, and she agreed joyfully. With the blessings of their parents, the couple got married and lived for many years, ruling wisely under the protection of the good fairies. The end.